It's more time than I ever thought I'd get.
If you hear from her, will you tell me?
No.
One thing about this show, they gonna make sure you see her face good and clear. They gonna put that camera right up in her face. Let her show every emotion she got.
Emily went back.
She just left Sylvia and left Oliver.
I know. She went all in.
Which is insane.
I get it, though. I do. I feel it. Gilead pulling.
I feel Hannah. You know, and I felt you. I felt you so much that sometimes I couldn't breathe. I got you back now.
He wasn't worried about vengeance. He was worried about getting y'all back.
If you did, you can't understand.
No, don't tell me I don't understand.
Okay.
Don't. I get it.
No, you don't, bro.
You know, I loved it.
Right? Like, you don't understand that.
I loved it. I can't wait for the boots on the stairs. Okay?
Sure. What did you do?
I can't.
Turned it herself,
like
man.
I'm sorry.
Don't do this.
Call Moira. She'll have someone.
Fuck you. Don't do this.
I take it you meant to inflict harm on this man.
Yes, ma'am. As much as possible. He raped me and kept me prisoner. He was a monster, and he deserved to die.
Unfortunately, as they say, this is not my department. Or maybe fortunately. These events did not occur in Canada. It is not a concern of the Crown.
There can't just be no punishment.
That is between you and your deity of choice, Miss Osborne.
There's also the finger. I'll be citing you for transporting an unsecured biological sample. It's $88 you can pay downstairs.
I would like to formally petition to the Canadian government to reconsider their capital punishment statutes, considering that woman's heinous acts.
Shut up.
Mrs. Waterford.
Shut up, Dudley.
There won't be a Canadian investigation into the matter. The incident itself was committed in a still disputed territory between Gilead and Canada, a sort of no man's land.
I was wondering when he was going to say no man.
As such, June Osborne hasn't broken any law. Once your charges have been resolved, you and your child can begin a new life in Toronto.
And how do I possibly feel safe? Are you gonna protect me like this?
Mistakes were made.
Do you even know what she is capable of?
She
Why don't
is,
you take a good hard look?
she is a
at
G.
exactly what she is capable of. Because don't you dare tell me
Shut your
that
goofy
you
ass
can
up.
protect me from her.
They tore chunks out of his rib. God damn, boy, they was gnawing on his femurs and shit. Yeah, see, I knew it. Look at these weirdos.
We're praying for your husband, Mrs. Waterford.
Why are we playing this music though?
We're praying for you. Under his eye. Under his eye.
We're with you, Serena.
Posers, go live in Gilead.
Thank you. God goes with you. I'm taking my husband home to bury him.
Home to Gilead?
I will see that the commander has a proper burial in the nation that he founded. Waterford name has power.
Oh.
And that will be respected
Where is the evildoer music?
and remembered. My husband was murdered. And I am asking
bury him.
What's this goofy motherfucker gonna do?
Any civilized country would have the decency to allow it.
Look at she.
Yes.
He said yes.
I will make some calls, Mrs. Waterford.
How's she doing?
Yeah, she's fine.
No, she's not. She's not fine. Gilead would have killed Fred. She just wanted to do it herself, her own hands.
She's with us. I'm taking a fucking win. All right, I'm taking a fucking win. So take that to her. We're celebrating.
Hey, did you hear about Emily? Who would do that?
It happens. More than you think. I gotta go give Nicole a bath.
I can do it. Please, I'd like to do it.
June, I don't feel comfortable with you taking care of Nicole right now. It scares me.
I don't know.
Me too.
I don't know how I feel about this.
You scare me.
Oh.
Me too. I thought I'd be in jail.
But you're not.
I love you.
I love you too.
They here to arrest me or something?
No, I'm not.
Sorry, I kind of played you. So what did she say when she found out?
She was scared.
Scared of me?
Yes. Scared can be very dangerous, Miss Osborne.
She will always be dangerous.
I just came to say, well done. You did something terrible that needed to be done. I understand what that costs. May he rot in hell.
Praise be.
Don't let the bastards grind you down.
I got her, you guys.
Yep. As we saw coming, the new thing that we're going to have to deal with now is Serena. And now all of a sudden she got people on that side of the border. And I wouldn't be surprised if over time the numbers start to swell. Now, the thing I did speak about was Gilead in relationship to her and how they're going to deal with it. How are they going to see it? Right? For them to have somebody over there building up the numbers on their side, do they reach out to her even though they don't fuck with women? Specifically her and her family. Then also, the clout she has as being the one who started this movement pretty much. And so that's where I was looking at in relation to it, with Gilead. But then there's the other thing, right? It's just June does what she does. Serena's scared. Serena is alone and feels lonely, even though she had already kind of split with that dude. You know, there's that scene of them holding hands as they walk out and see all those people cheering. Her and Fred, they was together out of necessity. Okay? And she felt lonely and scared and shook. Sobbing, weeping, crying. And the guy comes, she berates him and all that. And then she goes outside and she receives some strength from all of the people there. And they made sure to show you it's a bunch of women. Yeah, there was guys there, but the ones that stood out to me were all the women sitting there holding candles. Right? What's funny is a lot of them assume, well, if I was over in Gilead, I'd just be like her. I'd be a mistress. No. A lot of y'all would have stuff in your past. Like, it's so weird. That's the whole thing. It's like, if you like it so much, go over there. But Serena gained strength, a renewed strength, right? And you see it from one moment. And then it's like, no, we're going to bury him in Gilead. That's what a civilized country would do. And she making this guy sort of, I don't get that character, that guy, because he doesn't have to be that way. They have all the leverage, all the power. What can she do? She's pregnant with a child. It's not like she could go on a hunger strike. So what could she possibly do? You hold all the shit. Why are you listening to her? And then when he comes back around and says to June, you know, like, he basically proud of her because it was hard. It was something that's going to scar her, but it had to be done. May he rot in hell. And it's like, may Serena rot in hell also. I really don't get that character. Okay. Now, you still be making looks and shit like that throughout the episode, but there was a moment. I get what they're doing with this, right? She's not just some animal. The people who she was riding with, they had turned fully animalistic while she's having second thoughts, but one just fires in the air and they can't control their rage. But June can because she was able to exercise it by killing Fred. It's like, that's what I'm saying. On both sides, it was right. Them who are saying, you had us just go and kill for you, and now you trying to call, you bitching up and you calling this off? And then her saying, no, it's crazy. We can't go to Gilead. But to find out Emily went to Gilead, okay. I don't know how I feel about that. Seemed like they needed another storyline. I got to be honest with you. It's in season 5. It's to the point where it's like a what more can they do type of thing. I get the gist. Like, there was a moment, I can't remember where it here. I can't remember what it was, where I was like, oh, where she was out at the she was out at the water, and she's having a vision of Luke and Hannah, and I'm like, no disrespect. I get why she's doing that, but I'm the viewer. This is about me. I don't need to see that no more. I get what this is about for her. We get the gist of it. The close-ups on her face and just watching this. We don't need that no more. I don't need it no more. I get it. Like, for instance, when the things they did do dope and did do right, her going to get herself locked up, wishing for some sort of punishment, wishing to not just see herself as some crazed, deranged animal. So she's looking for some sort of penance that would sort of, give her punishment, right? And when she's told, nah, it didn't happen over here, so you good. She like, what? No, because part of it is she feels like I need something to happen to me, otherwise I'm just like them. And the other thing is, wait, so it was that easy for me to do that? Right? And you feel like, okay, I get that. I get what they were doing there with her, where she feels bad, not only that she killed Fred, but that she led all the women into that. And she even had Emily, basically she set Emily off. So she feels like she deserves anything that she gets. And when she doesn't get anything, it's like, that's even more of a shock. Right? Where she's like, nothing? After what I did? Then we go back to this. So Serena's scared. She shook. Okay, Serena's scared. She shook. Well, why? June's out there. Killed her husband. Sent the ring and the finger. Okay. And the old dude came and told her, but basically things have kind of changed. She's afraid. That's, that's not as simple as she's just afraid. There's some sort of strength in that for her. Right? So you need to tighten up and pay attention. As she said, Gilead got beef with you. Whatever beef they had with you before is to another level. Their whole system is set up on that handmaid thing. So for a handmaid to kill one of their commanders, ooh, okay. And then you got Nick. The thing with Nick, it seemed the woman that he was with, the mistress, immediately they set a tone where she was like, yeah, she didn't want to wake up the Martha. Okay. So I'm thinking about that. I didn't even really think about it at that moment when she said it. I'm like, okay, maybe that's that type of day. But then when she's speaking to Nick, it seemed Nick had clued her into some shit. Like I said, I don't know if it was the full details, but at the very least, she understood June had to handle some shit, and she handled it. She's like, good for her. Hopefully, God blessed her, and they got her through her shit with this. So it's that type of relationship with them, right? Where she know about his deepest thing, the fact that he went over there to no man's land and with June. That's a big deal for her to know that and just, sort of deal with him on that way. Moira and Luke. So when she's saying you don't understand, he goes, stop saying that. I do understand. She's like, I enjoyed it. He's like, you think I would? It's like, dog. This is my thing. He sort of jumps in between and tries to set himself aside. Like, we were here struggling too. I take this back to the dudes who are in the military and the wives over here, and everybody tells them, well, they're struggling along with you and all that. I'm trying to put it in a way that people understand what the families go through. Yes, it's terrible. They worried, sick about their loved one coming home. You cannot imagine what they go through. Here it goes with him. With Luke, he cannot imagine what she went through. And every time he says that, I do understand. It's like, dog, you don't. You dreamed of this shit. Your imagination ran wild. She went through it and went through it again and went through it again until the point she created this shell and, almost lived outside of herself. Remember when she talked about when the rapes were happening, she sort of like is having this out of body, right? Her mind created these ways of dealing with it. He cannot comprehend that. And for him to almost kind of, I do get it. Don't say that. That was his masculinity right there, where he never wanted it to be seen as like, no, I could do that. I understand. You don't, bro. You don't get this. And to me, like I said, when he was butting into that conversation, that was bullshit. And there's nothing about that is understandable for me at all. He don't have a place when Emily, Moira, and June are talking. He don't get to come in and regulate what they saying, fall back. He don't get to tell June how and that's where, like, the other shit is jokes. But the thing I really don't like about his character is like, but that's the part that makes the character real, is this notion where we went through this together. It's like, you can say that and other people can say that and make you feel like, yeah, y'all stood strong here. You didn't go through what he went through or what she went through. She went through some of the worst, most possible things that could possibly happen. Right? Yeah. Okay. Well, that's all I got to say about that. Next episode.